If you have a case that's upcoming that involves absolutely no objective evidence, that is, no video, no field sobriety tests, no breath test, no blood test, no urine test, it can be very challenging in terms of the idea of confronting and impeaching the testimony of an officer without having some sort of evidence that the state's produced to you to rely upon and saying, no, what the officers testified to actually should not be relied upon. So what I encourage you to do is do a couple of things. First, you're going to have to do a really good investigation of the case to make sure that there are, in fact, no pieces of objective evidence that you can rely upon to impeach the testimony of the officer. So try to get jail videos. Try to see if there's any sort of pictures of your client that night, any sort of videos of your client that night that may have been taken by someone that they were with, that shows them walking, talking, standing normally, anything like that that's close in time to the arrest. Second, jail videos can be an extremely helpful piece of evidence that a lot of prosecutors just don't go through the time of getting or even trying to get. So they can be a crucial part of it. Third, get a booking photo. Get some sort of photographic evidence that you can then show to the jury. Anything that you have that is in fact an objective piece of evidence that could be used to impeach the testimony of the officer could then be extremely heavily weighed by the jury because the state hasn't produced any sort of evidence of that nature that we can say definitively this is the way your client did or did not look that night. Next, look for things that you can use to call into question the credibility of the officer in terms of their dealings with the state's attorney, the prosecutor in the case, prior to the case. So look for the notion that they had to rely upon their incident report or met with the prosecutor to speak with them or other witnesses on the case. If there are things like that you can point out, then you can build upon the idea that this person does not have a recollection of it. And without any sort of objective evidence, we can't rely upon their opinion. And second, you can build upon this notion that this is all sort of colluded together in building this case against the defendant. So that idea of collusion and that memories are not perfect, particularly on cases that are older, is one that could really be helpful to you when there is, in fact, no objective evidence of your client's impairment. So if you have any questions about these types of cases, feel free to call me. My name is Ben Sessions. My phone number is 470-225-7710. Again, 470-225-7710. Thank you so much.